Hey guys, I think the live stream's working. Don't think anyone's on yet, but it hopefully is coming up now. Right, one person's out there watching. Let me just hop in. I'm definitely getting a little bit better at this. I'll be really good by the end. Let's just not think about the end. We're just at the start. Hi James, hi William, hi Hamiora. Nice to see you. Hope everything's going well. Who else is coming on? Right, today guys, I want everyone who's watching to say hello, because yesterday I didn't know some of you were out there and I thought you weren't. And then I didn't know what you were doing. That was sad. Right, so I'm going to go make my coffee, but before I do that, I'm going to put some starter questions up. Guys who are on here, what I'd like you to have for today's lesson is the worksheet that I put up on Google Classroom. Now, I'm going to try and show that on the screen. Let's see how this goes. Is that going to work? Yes, it is going to work. So a couple of things, just for early watchers. Hey, Ollie, how's it going? Hopefully what you should be able to see when the lag goes through is my Google Classroom slide. So I want to talk about the announcement that I put out last night. Hi Jasper, nice to see you. Is Will Nicholson out there yet? Hey Viggy. Right, so what you should be seeing on your screen about now is my announcement about what we're doing today. So the plan today is that the worksheet that I've put up here, I want you to spend about 40 minutes on it. Now you don't have to have done that already because we're quite early in the day. We're at 10:30 lesson today. So I'm going to do a little bit of stuff that's like the questions on that worksheet, and then you're going to go and do that worksheet afterwards. Jasper, I know you've already done it and submitted it, which is awesome. So if this live stream gets too easy for you, you can jump off. But I'm going to cover quite a lot in this. So what I want you to do, once you've done your work in your book today, I'm trying something new. In the classwork tab, you'll see that I've set you an assignment. And it says no due date, but I'd like you to do it by 6 p.m. So what you do is you just take a photo of your book and then you upload it. And Jasper, you've done that already. Can you just type into the live chat and tell us how you did it? Okay, so Jasper, while I make my latte and get a hot cross bun, can you type in how to do the uploading for anyone that doesn't know? And then everyone else, I'm just going to put up here a bunch of questions that we're going to look at now. And some of them are revision of Year 9, but I think most of you have probably forgotten quite a lot since then. Okay, so here are 4 to start you off. I want you to simplify the following things. And if you need to write out what these expressions mean, like x times x times x, you can do that. That's an x there, guys. Let's see. So some of you will be looking at these and going, oh, I can do these fine. And some of you will be looking and going, ugh, I really can't remember anything. And if that's you, you're probably going to hang in here for most of the live chat. Yep, so what I want you to do is to type in, so do these in your book, label that as starter, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and just take a few minutes to do that. And then you can start to put your answers into the live chat, right? But I really do need a coffee, guys. I've just got back from going to the supermarket for my mum and dad, and I haven't had a chance to sit down. So I'm going to go make the coffee, and you're going to do some maths, and I'll be back. And if there's anyone out there watching from other places, or any mums and dads, just come on and say hi. We don't bite. Right, how are you getting on? Coffee's half made. What do we got? Awesome. Yes, James, that's right for number 2. Yep, Viggy, lovely. You guys are doing really well. Alex, what do we got? X to the power of 8, x to the power of 4, and 4x to the power of 18. Fabulous, that's right, Cade. Right, keep them coming, guys. I want you to start looking at the ones where we've got powers of powers. So 4, 5, and 6. I'm just going to hit the button on the coffee machine. Why is my screen not showing up? This is weird, though. I don't get why you're not seeing my OneNote screen. Because it looks to me like you're seeing my streaming screen. Let's see, go back to that. Now back to that one. This is a bit weird. I think something's going a bit funny. Otherwise the lag is just absolutely terrible today, which could be true, but yeah. Okay, I'll hit the coffee button. Okay, I think I've done something wrong on the live streaming because all I'm seeing is the black screen thing. So you're seeing the OneNote screen. Oh, that's good. Okay, I'll go back to the OneNote screen and I'll just keep on going. Good. Okay, James, can you try number 3 and 4 and 5 and 6? And that's for all of the Jameses out there. Okay, I am back. Right, good that you're seeing the OneNote screen, just very weird for me, but that's okay. Right, so it looks to me like you guys are getting this really, really well, so I'm going to go a little bit faster than I was planning on. Can I just make sure every single person who's watching has been on and said hi, because I want to see who's here. So let's just have a wee look. Yeah, it's not showing me everyone that's here, so that's why you've got to come in and say hello, at least at the start. Right, so I'm just going to take down some notes about who I've spotted. James C, James K, Jasper, are you still out there, or have you gone? Yep. James, I'm going to go through the division ones now. Kate, nice to see you. Make sure you're keeping on top of the EP, okay? Viggy, you're here. Hamiora, Alex, is Theo out there? William O, who else is here? William, and who else? Ollie, you still there, or have you gone away? Manu, hey, welcome. Manu, Ollie, Will Nickerson, you're here, good. Okay guys, I'm basically doing the roll, so if you're here, say hello, quick, before I do the maths. Alright, so look, these first ones are pretty good. This first one here is, it's the same base, right? So if I've got the same base, all I have to do is add the powers. And in class we looked at that and I wrote out what that was, right? It was x, 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 x. And this one is x, x. So we add the powers. Same with basic division. When I've got x to the power of 6 over x squared, I can write that out really small like that, right? So it's this over this. And these simplify just because they're common factors. Hey Alex, hey Will. Yes, I hope you're all having a great morning too, James. Thanks for the caps. Yep, so here, what we do when we've got the same base and division is we subtract the powers. Okay, when we get to one like this, our brains want to get a little bit confused, but it's pretty easy, right? We say, what's 8 divided by 2? Well, 8 divided by 2 is just 4. And then here, I've got x to the power of 22 over x to the power of 4. These are the same base, so I subtract the powers. So that one's 4x to the power of 18. Hello, Steve, Cade's dad. Nice to see you. Hope you're not watching on the same device or you'll be fighting over it. Right, so that's those ones. So now I'm going to go on to these ones over here, which they're not hard, but the thing that happens in our brains is that once we start learning these ones, our brain often starts to confuse these ones. So just make sure that you're going not too fast. Right, now let's look at... Oh, I didn't know I could do that. That's cool. Right. Okay, I'm sliding my screen over. Think about what this is. Now, some of you have got this already, but we can write it out as this. 3x to the power of 4 times 3x to the power of 4. And we can reorder that, and we don't need the brackets. So we've got 3 times x to the power of 4 times 3 times x to the power of 4, which gives me 9x to the power of 8. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking the 3 and I'm squaring it. That gives me the 9. And I'm looking at the x to the power of 4 and I'm multiplying it by that index. So if we did another one like that, suppose we had 4x squared to the power of 3, that would be 4 cubed times x to the power of 6. And 4 cubed is 16 times 4, which is 64. X to the power of 6. Okay, James, focus on the maths. Yes, I'm quite happy with all the comments about hope your morning is good, but just make sure you're watching what I'm doing as well. So here's one more. So we've got 3x, let's do 3x to the power of 7, all to the power of 4. So that equals 3 to the power of 4 times x to the power of 28, which is 81x to the power of 28. Now notice that that is not the same as this. Right? Because that would just be 3 times x to the power of 28. It's here where I've got the bracket around the whole thing that I do this. William, I didn't see the retracted message. I hope it was nice. Oh, it was the bit about being locked in your basement, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. I really hope you're not locked in your basement. But we are all shut in our houses. But that's a good thing. Okay, so that's how this pattern type is going to go, and you're going to see some of those on the revision sheet. Let's look now at this next one. Yep, I'm going to go over number 5 now. Alex, just hold on. Hold your horses. I'll just get some space back. Oh, this is so much easier than doing it on the whiteboard at school, huh? Right, there. Lovely fast cleaning up. Okay, let's think first about what this means. Well, this is x cubed y squared times x cubed y squared times, and it's done 6 times. Okay, so what's going on? Well, I've got x cubed times x cubed times x cubed 6 times. So that means that this one is going to be x to the power of 18, and with the y squareds, it's y squared times itself 6 times. So it's going to be y to the power of 12. So that's right, Viggy, you got it. Okay, so that's how we do patterns like number 5, and that's question 10 on the sheet. Now, the last one that I'm going to do is these. The way that square roots work is that suppose I've got the square root of 4 times 16. Right, so I want you to tell me what's the square root of 64. Quick, type it in. Yep, that's right. So James Kirkland, you've got the hang of these number 6 ones. Yep, lovely. So the square root of 64 is 8, right? But we could also write that as follows. We could write it as the square root of 4 times 16. And notice that that's the same as the square root of 4 times the square root of 16, which is just 2 times 4, which gives me 8. So that's a very, very long way of trying to teach you the meaning behind what I'm about to show you for this one here, right? So we've got, let me just erase all of this. So when we get square roots with algebra, it's not that bad. This is equal to the square root of 9 times the square root of x to the power of 64. Right, so actually, sorry, James Kirkland, not right yet. Come back, James, come back. Oh, Theo, you are here, hi. Okay, so this is 3, and then this is x, not x to the power of 64, but x to the power of 32. So if you think about why that is, think about what happens when I square this. Because the answer to a square root is what I get when I square it. So here we get 3 squared, which is 9, and we get x to the power of 64. So let's try some more like that. Sorry, sneezing down the computer. I sneezed into my elbow, don't worry. And I'm going to go wash my hands. Right, so the square root of 9x to the power of 100 is going to be what? Type your answer in for that one, guys, and then type your answer in for, let's make up another one, 49x to the power of 26. And we'll do another one, 100x to the power of 200. Right, so I'm going to call those 1, 2, and 3. So just chuck in your answers for those boys. And Steve, if you're still there. Yep, lovely. Right, James Kirkland, you are good to go, but here's what I want you to do, is I've only given you part of this gamma exercise, guys, so I wrote this revision sheet to make sure everyone in the class could get through this much work. But some of you are able to get through much more work than this. So let me just talk to people who are finding this easy. I would like you to do more questions from Gamma 601. So go ahead and do that and get all of your EP up to date, because this worksheet is just the barest minimum of practice. But what's really good is if you're going fast to do lots and lots. So go back into the actual textbook that's on Google Classroom, and it's under Important Docs. And I said yesterday to try and download it, but I know Jasper said he was having trouble doing that. Can you just tell me in the chat, I have downloaded the textbook or I haven't downloaded the textbook? Yeah, looking good on these. This is really good. So this one is 3x to the power of 50. This one is 7x to the power of 13. Nice. James Cappy, where are you? You got these? Yep, and then this one is 10x to the power of 100. Well done, Vicky, that's great. William Ormsby, good. Ollie, you're good. All right. So tell me, have you downloaded the textbook? I'm just going to type that in. Okay, I'm just going to have a look in my version of the textbook and tell you which bits I want you to do if you're going fast. Because we don't have to, you can go a bit ahead actually, let's see. Like terms is all there. There's a nice exercise that I would like you to do. So if you're finding this one easy, then here's what I want you to do in the Gamma textbook. It's exercise 604. And it's a BEDMAS thing where you're doing order of operations with algebra. So I'm going to chuck a couple of those up here now for us to look at. For example, x minus x plus x divided by x. So this looks really easy, but actually we all have to think about these a wee bit. 3x minus x over x plus x. Now, one thing that you should all know is that when you've got this division sign, this actually acts like an invisible bracket. So with my senior classes, I actually call that the invisible bracket. So that's telling you, do the things in brackets first. Okay, so we'll have a wee look now at a couple of these. I can't see the chat now, I've got the other window up. Let's do this one here, x divided by x times x. Try those. Just give them a go. Right, Cade, stick around and I'll go through it more slowly once I've got everyone else to hop off the feed. But Cade, just wait because I'm going to do some stuff now. So William Ormsby, where you need to go to get the textbook, I'm going to go into Google Classroom now. I'll go back in here now. Can you guys see my Google Classroom page coming up? Hopefully you can. Yeah, so William and Cade, that's fine. I'm going to go slower. I've just realised what's happening is that my streaming thing isn't... Oh, now I see what you're saying. Okay, good. Right, we're good. Okay, so when we go to the Google Classroom page, if you hop over to classwork, right, and then you go all the way down to the bottom and you see important documents, right, and then you go view material, oh, wrong material, there are some things in there. So the first things in there that you've got is you've got the Year 10 course outline, right, and then down here at the bottom, actually I can't write on my screen, but you can see it. See how it says gamma etext.pdf? So if you actually open that document and then you save it as, that's going to download the whole of the textbook. Okay, and when you've downloaded it, this is what it should look like. I'm just going to try and open it. Hang on, just got so many things here. Oh, now you're seeing all my files. That's exciting. Look, here are all my textbooks. And when I double click on the gamma eText and I open it, this is what it should look like, right? But what you've got to do is not just view it in preview mode because it'll be really slow. So you need to download it. Someone in your house will know how to do this, I'm sure, and it probably is going to be you that knows how to do that. So when you go in here, it's all hyperlinked. So if you click on the Algebra button, I'm going to hit my finger on it now, it's going to take you straight to algebraic methods, right? And then if you click on 6, it'll go through this, right? So it's going to go right through, and this is all the stuff we're doing. Today's worksheet was taken from exercise 601, and you can see that there's more of it there. You can't do too much algebra. William, the download button, can someone type into the chat how to do the downloading? It's usually if you right click on your mouse, then you'll get an option to save as. Or you go open in a new window and you get a little arrow. So someone help William out in the chat, just tell him how to do it. Right, so I haven't made you do all of this textbook stuff, but you can see there's heaps of practice here. So Cade and William Nicholson and everyone else who wants to go a bit slower, I'm going to give you a bunch of work from exercise 602. But stick around and we'll have a chat about it. So the rest of you, if you've got the textbook, the extra work that I want you to do is this exercise in here, coming up now, which is exercise 604. But if you give me 5 more minutes of your time, I'm going to do a couple to show you how they go. Anyone out there? Right, you're still there. Good. Okay, can someone just tell William how to do the downloading? Guys. Oh, hi, Dad. Oh, my dad's here again. Dad can do maths. He's an engineer. He loved maths. He used to make me do maths with him when I was a little kid. And look what happened. Right, okay, so we're going to have a look now at these 3 questions here. Guys, can everyone say hello to my dad, please? Right, let's have a look at these 3 questions. So the thing you've got to remember is the order we do stuff in. And the order we do stuff in goes like this: brackets, exponents, and then division and multiplication as we come across them in the question. And then not your dad, my dad. I'm not going to say hi, Dad. Hi, yeah, that's right. Look, Dad, everyone's saying hello. So you don't need to go out. Right, okay. So we've got brackets, exponents, division and multiplication, and then we've got addition and subtraction. So when we have a question like this first one, we have to look at it before we start. And you can see in here, the bit we're going to do first is this bit here with the division in it. Right? We've got no brackets and no exponents. So the way we write this out goes like this. So we've got x minus x plus x divided by x. So you can write this one in your book as we go. So we go x minus x. But we do this first, right? But we know that running arithmetic is something we just don't ever want to do. Remember that? So we go x divided by x is 1. And now, on my next line, I'm going to just go in the order I find it, because addition and subtraction are like the same kind of traffic. They're cars sitting at the same set of traffic lights, right? So x take away x is 0 plus 1 is 1. So that's how we do that one there, right? With number 2, as I said before, but you might have missed it, is that the fraction line is like an invisible bracket. So that means that I can, first of all, before I do anything else, I'm going to work out the top line. I'm putting the bracket back in. 3x take away x will give me 2x. And then x plus x will give me 2x. So I've done my brackets, my invisible brackets, and now I'm going to do my division. So 2x divided by 2x gives me 1. Okay. Right. The next one, I want you guys to try and just think about where in the traffic light set division and multiplication come. Right? So in your book, write down you're working for this one. We've got x divided by x times x. By the way, that's not me making another coffee. That's my husband making a coffee. Just in case you think that I'm really addicted. Okay, so guys, once you've done that, type your answers in and let's see if you've got it or not. Yep, nice work, Jasper. That's right, it is. Now, do we ever write 1x? What do we write? That's it, William. It's not 1. It's not 1. No. Not 1. Let me erase and I'll start working through it. Nope, it is not 1. How did you get 1? Let's have a look at how you got 1. Oh, I think I see how you got 1. And it's not x squared, it's x. Right, so this is where we get it from. Remember, division and multiplication go on the same level, right? So we just do them as we hit them, working from left to right. So here, the first thing we do is we go x divided by x. So x divided by x is 1 times x, right? Which just gives me x. Yes, Theo, you can definitely do the sheet now. So guys, hop off. This is long enough now. You've done really well. Make sure that you go and do the sheet and then take a photo and upload it for me. But Theo, I would like you probably doing 604. Who else? So anyone who is confident, go off and do 604 after you've done 601 and 604. And if you do want some harder work again, just send me an email and I'll put you onto a separate program. It will probably involve a hefty dose of EP. Right, now Cade and William Nicholson want to stick around and go over questions like 1, 2 and 3. Who else is going to stay? Anyone else? Just quickly type in and tell me if you're staying. Thanks, James. Right, so Cade and William, I'm going to put a whole bunch of ones like question 1, 2 and 3 up here. And we'll go slowly. Steve, you're going to stay as well. That's good. Are you and Cade in the same place or are you somewhere else in the house? Thanks, James. All right, guys, don't forget, I want to see the photographic evidence of your maths work today, right? So upload it by 6 p.m. Just do what you can. And look after yourselves. And remember, don't leave the house except to go for a walk or a run. All right? And we'll do another live stream tomorrow morning. We might look at some quadratics. Oh, William Nicholson, you wanted the square root questions. Okay. All right. Can you just go away, leave your computer on, and just go and get a drink or... Oh, so Katie, you good with these ones? Good. Okay, really fast. William and Kate, just whoosh through these for me and type your answers in, and then I'll go on to the square root ones. Super fast. Awesome. Right, you really are great with these. Right, perfect. Okay, yes, x to the power of 7, x to the power of 10, x to the power of 5. Yep, that one, and then x to the power of 27. Yep, Jasper, we'll do some division ones. Brilliant. Okay, William, yes, yes, got it. Great. Okay, so look, we're going to do some divisions. I promise I'm going to do your square root ones, but let's just go through these. Kate, I can't believe how much your algebra has come on since year 9. It's really great. There, so let's do some of these. I'm going to make some of these a wee bit harder, and I'm going to do something I didn't do with the others and put some heavy numbers in the bottom line. So try these ones, guys. Let's see how you go with these. So these have got numbers and also variables. Those three now. Right, what do we got? Let's see. Jasper. Yep, that's right for the first one. Cool. Good. Kate, are you still there? Want to come do algebra? I put the dumplings away. You can talk now. I've got 4 people left here, but Popper's here. Pop's here. I think he's still here. He might have gone.
Okay.
He's probably gone to eat all the groceries I just bought them. Yep, that's it. Right, so that's good. Now, these ones get a bit harder to write. So, Jasper, you've definitely got them. The key thing to do here, when you've got your numbers, you end up with a 2. So 15 over 30 is 1/2. So we get 2 down here, and we can write in the 1 up here. And then here, we've got x to the power of 4 here and x to the power of 7 down here. So I think of the 7 as being heavier. So Jasper and Kate, you had me do this with you last year, and so this was how I explained it then as well. Right? Oh yeah, Teresa, he's still here.
Hi,
Pop's still here. Yep. Okay. Right, guys. Sorry, family YouTube living as well. So here I've got x to the power of 7 and x to the power of 4, and so x to the power of 4 minus 7 is x to the power of negative 3. Now, I haven't really taught you about negative powers directly, but a negative power means that it's x to the power of 3 down here. Okay? So this one here, yeah, Jasper, that's right, but we write it like this. Okay? So we don't write it as half x to the power of negative 3, even though that's actually right. But this is how we want you to think about it. Now, what about number... Kate, can you and William put some in for these? Have a go at this number 7 one. Right, Kate, come on, have a go. Have a go at that last one. Don't mind if you get them wrong. Yep, Jasper, think about where that 3 is sitting. Okay? And try not to write it with a negative power. So here, what happens here is it looks like we've got nothing left up in the denominator, in the numerator. Right, because x to the power of 7 is that in the top line, and x to the power of 10, why did I choose such big numbers? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we've got a 3 here. Right, so when we start dividing out, that's what happens. But we've got a 1, invisible 1 here, which we need to put back in. So we've got 1 over 3 x cubed, right? So look what happens. The 3 is still sitting here. Oh, Kate, I'm sorry. I've just put the answer up, but that's okay. I'm going to give you a couple more like that. So Jasper and William, I am going to get to the square root ones, right? But these are important. So let's do x to the power of 6 over 4x to the power of 7. And then 2x to the power of 4 over 10x to the power of 11. There we go. So you can see the one we've done there. So 2x to the power of 7 over 14x to the power of 11. Just try those 3. Right, how are we getting on? Let's see. Yes, good. Okay, first one should have 1 in the numerator, 1 over 4x. Yep, lovely, Kay, well done. Right, and remember, Jasper, we don't have to write. You're correct, it is 4x to the power of 1, but we don't write that power of 1. It's like an invisible power. Right, the next one, we're going to have 1 over 5x to the power of 7. I just did that one for you, didn't I? Right, keep on going. Will Nicholson, have you disappeared? You've given up on waiting for me. I'm going to do square roots in a sec. Okay, good, William. Right, are you all good with these ones? Cool. Right, yes, well done, Jasper. It's 1 over 7 x to the power of 4. Lovely. Okay, finally, I'm going to do these square rooty things for you. Right, we're going to start backwards. I want you to look at this. X to the power of 30 squared. X to the power of 20 cubed. 2x to the power of 8 to the power of 4. 2x to the power of 9 squared. We're going to do a whole bunch of these so we get really fast. 3x to the power of 4 squared. Right, so in your book, do those 5. Okay, start chucking in some of your answers, because this is going to make the square root ones much easier if we've got this concept down well. Yep, awesome, Jasper. Yep, that's right. Okay, what's the 60? Yes, x to the power of 60 for the first one, William, well done. What about the second one? Second one's also x to the power of 60, right? So all I do here is I multiply those together. Because this, what does this mean? Right, this means x to the power of 30 times x to the power of 30. Right, so this one here will be 2 to the power of 4, which is 16. 16x to the power of 32. Right, this one here will be what? What do we got for the last one? Well, Jasper's done it. William, you got this last one yet? Have a crack at that one. Okay, so with the last one, what we get is we get 9x to the power of 8, right? So with the 3, we're squaring the 3. And with the x to the power of 4 squared, we get x to the power of 8. So now, let's go backwards, and I'm just going to leave these two up on the screen. If I say, find me the square root of 4x to the power of 18, it's got to be the thing that when I square it, gets me back to this, right? And we just did that up here, right? And so when I have the square root of 9x to the power of 8, it's got to be whatever thing squared will get me back to this. So what does that mean? Well, it means that here it's going to be the square root of the number, which is 2, but it's not the square root of 18, right? It's just going to be 2x to the power of 9. And then this one here, work out that one there, and then try this one here, 100, square root of 100, x to the power of 64. And then try those last three. Yep, Jasper, you've got it. You're good to go. Okay, now you've done the worksheet already, but I recommend doing some harder stuff, so try Gamma 604. If you want to submit that online and show me your work as well, you can. But if you haven't got time, just do as much maths as you want, because you're working really well. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow. We'll do another live stream then. But you don't have to join them, only if you want to. Right, yep. Jasper, you're great. You've got them all. Right, Kate, how are we going? Yes, Kate, nearly. You've forgotten one little thing. What didn't you type in? I know you know it. Just look at what you typed in. You typed in 10 to the power of 8. It's not 10 to the power of 8. It's what? That's it, Kate. Yep, you forgot the x. Yep, 10x to the power of 8. Brilliant. Okay, now do the last one. Will Nicholson, are you there? Do you want to type them in? Right, Kate, you've got them. You're good to go. So go have a crack at that worksheet and then upload it and send it through. And will I think, yep. No, Kate, no, not quite. Right, remember, we square root the number, but we don't square root this. Oh, you're working them out, William. Right, you stick around. I'll get Kate sorted and then he can go. Steve, are you still there? Yep, that's it. You've got it. 8x to the power of 32. All right, Kate, off you go. Awesome work. Make sure you do the worksheets and just enjoy having the time to put in to study as well as having tons of time to relax. So we kind of have to find some good things about what's happening. All right, so yeah, upload the thing and I will see you probably tomorrow. I'll do another live stream. You don't have to come on it, but I think you probably it's probably helping. So talk to you later on. Right, William, stay there and we'll just make sure you've got the hang of it. Right, let's see. Okay, William, can you try and type in what you've got now? Because we need to wrap this up. Actually, so William, I don't think there is any of this on EP. This is just in the textbook. So that's why, just try the ones on this worksheet. I'm going to put solutions to the worksheet up later on too, but I've got 2 other classes I've got to teach before I do that. So William, just type in your answers now, and I want to see if you've got these ones. I don't mind if you've got it wrong. I'm going to go through it till you get it right. Yep, Cade, you're good to go. Off you go. Yes. No, not quite. Not quite. So the first one, you're getting the number part right? So the square root of 9 is 3, but then here we need x is going to have to be to the power of 4, right? Because what's going to happen is that we do this. When we square it, we're going to go 9x to the power of 8, and that's what we want, right? So you square root the number and you halve the power. Okay? So now try those next ones. I'm going to get rid of the answer there so you can't see it. And I'll give you one more until we get it, right? So we never stop until we've got it. Let's think. I'm trying to think of a number. Let's do 36x to the power of 14. Let's have a look. Right, yes, brilliant, you've got it. Well done. Okay, so 6x to the power of 7. And then this one here above it will be 8x to the power of 32. And this will be 10x to the power of 32. Right, you're good to go. Well done. Really good perseverance. So do the worksheet and then take a photo and upload it to me by about 6 o'clock tonight. Cool. All right, bye. I'm going to hang up now and go clean the house.